Hello, and welcome to Shaded Reality. I'm Marie, and I'm here with Anne. Can you hear me? Hi. Oh, you're muting right now. We had to do a bunch of.
I have a dog, clinkety clankety, running through the kitchen right now.
We had to do some moves where we were in Anne's house because we found our upload percentage was like significantly dropping and like we could barely understand each other. So hopefully now we're like in a good place and everything works out. But
I hope so.
I hope so too. So I wanted to let everyone know we have a collab coming up with a podcast called Bestie Approved. We're recording it this weekend, but I have no clue the actual date that the episode is going to drop because they're kind of running it. And so they're going to do the editing and everything of the podcast and then give it to us. So that will be more up to them as to like when they want to release the episode than it is up to us. But it'll probably end up coming out as a bonus just because I don't know when it's going to happen. And it's not going to cover any of like the Valley necessarily, like at all. It's not going to be a recap. It's going to be overall reality TV. We're going to talk about stuff that's like currently going on. I think we're going to hit on like the Traders finale and recaps and like discuss Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and like what we think it's going to be like going into season 4 and that kind of thing. So get excited for that. Go follow them. They're on Instagram and TikTok and, you know, all of the podcasting apps. So check them out. And Travis and Emma, that's who they are. We met Travis. He's hilarious. We had a great time just having our quick little meeting. So we're excited to do it. Yes. What else is going on? I got a little haircut. I'm going with the Anne cut my hair today. Yep. I'm going with like the latest style. So Anne, I think we've said it before. Yeah, cuts hair and she said everybody is getting the bob. So I needed something different. My hair was insanely long.
It was.
I wear it up all the time, so I didn't even realize how long it was until Anne did like before and after pictures and I was like, wow, that is like crazy how long it was.
Everybody's getting their hair cut.
Yeah, what do you have going on? Oh, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
It's my birthday. Thanks. It's my birthday.
Is it still lagging? You're like freezing. Maybe we aren't perfect now.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
For a long time.
No. On my end, it says that we're at 96%
uploading.
So
that's what mine says also.
We stay there. But yeah, Anne did my hair and then we went out to lunch. So hopefully she's had a happy birthday, but we're going to get started here soon. Hopefully we can like get out of these technical issues a little bit. We are going to do season 2, episode 5, Grapes of Wrath. So are you hearing me fine now?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay, good. So we are still in Santa Barbara. They start out like they do a timestamp at the bottom. It says 8:50 a.m. and I think they just want us to know that it's really early still because everyone's kind of waking up. Zach wakes up. He has Diet Coke next to him and then onion dip. And he says he woke up in the middle of the night, like he fell asleep with the onion dip on his chest. And then it spilled. So he has like a towel down next to him. And I'm like, oh, I understand this life. I mean, not necessarily in my bed, but like my husband is a late night snacker. So I come out and there's constantly like seeing an onion dip like container and like sodas and like like that's like normal for me to wake up to. He is loves a late night snack. I'm not a big late night snacker.
We don't do that here at the house.
No?
Late night
Oh,
snackers.
man.
No.
My husband loves it. Jesse's like bitching about the fact that he already cleaned the house this morning and it's already a mess again. So he's getting pissed off. But it said 8:50 a.m. He's already walking around with a glass of wine. I guess when you're on vacation, that's what you do. Did you notice that Jesse's body is looking different this season? Like, remember last season with the inner tube thing where he, like, kept a shirt on the whole time and had, like, a gut? He definitely...
He must be feeling himself because he is, you know, like, with that racing outfit on, he had it, like, buttoned down really low, and he's walking around without a shirt, like, often, so he must be feeling good this season.
Yeah. Michelle says Jesse is absolutely insane for thinking she would say anything nice about him, like referring to the night before, when days before he called her the S word. And I'm like, was that slut? Because I don't remember. She literally just said S word and they didn't like elaborate. Yeah. But that's the only S word I could think of. So Zach and Brittney, they slept in the same bed, I think. And so they're like kind of talking about Jax, I guess, had texted her and said, oh, like there's positive stuff. They've diagnosed Jax with bipolar. And I'm like, he's been there like a week. Like, do we really, like, can we really just like diagnose someone with bipolar like that quickly and just go by everything Jax says? Like, he's such a liar. Like, I don't know. But Zach is like, if he is diagnosed with that, then like he needs to be medicated and regimented. And like, he's like, but we don't know that he really is. Like, he's trying to make sure he's letting Brittney know, like, girl, Max lies. Like, he could be texting you this because he knows you fall for it. Like, chill for a minute, you know? We get bunch of flashbacks showing like how much Jax texts her, and it's like insane. Like, they've only been in Santa Barbara, I think it was like just for this trip, and it's like when they're in the car, when they're at the racing thing, when they're at the beach, when they're here, when they're there, like he's on his phone constantly. And I'm like, what kind of facility is he at? Because as far as my knowledge of like rehab type facilities, like that's a big no-no. Like, you might get your phone, but it's like for a very specified time, like in the public areas, and like, yeah, it seems kind of weird.
Right. And I didn't even think that you were allowed your own personal phone. Like, I thought that it was almost like phones that they had there that you had to use. You know what I mean? And that you
like
had
making a literal phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just like scrolling and like texting people. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I guess when you're a celebrity and you get to choose a $30,000 30-day facility, there might be different rules. Zach says Brittney has been trauma trained. So like she gets, you know, like trauma, then he's nice to her and she like, you know, falls for it, and then trauma, and like it's like this continuous like pattern. They're all loading up to go to the winery, and Jesse seems like he's already drunk. They say he's already had 2 bottles of champagne, like himself. And I'm like, okay, let's for this episode, let's keep this in mind. Jesse is smashed, okay? We're going to see even more once he gets on the bus. No one calls him names. You know, we have Dark Side Danny later, but like we don't have any like names for Jesse. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like why is it okay that he's drunk? Kristen says Jesse's acting like 29-year-old Kristen in Cabo. And I'm like, she was 29 then? She was older than I realized. And we get flashbacks. And it's like when they're, oh my God, they all look so young though. They're like getting in the water. And like that's when they used to always get like skinny dip. They did it like every season for a while. And like, yeah, they're all like gorgeous and young and beautiful bodies. And like, I'm like, I miss old VPR. That show was amazing.
So good.
So yeah, in the van, Jesse's just being crazy. He's like laying on people. He's dancing on poles. He's like actually annoying everybody. They have to pull over and everyone's like, what is happening? Well, I guess the Sprinter van thing is like overheating. And Luke seems to be the only one who even knows what's happening. Like he's actually under the hood. Like he knows how a car works. Like not one other guy on there would be able to change a tire or oil or anything, I would imagine. Remember Dad made us learn how to like change a tire and stuff? Like
And
that
our
was like a
oil.
requirement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never actually changed my own oil, like ever. I just take it somewhere.
I did
But
when I lived at home. But
Did
then
you?
After that, I didn't. Yeah, because
well,
I
you
feel
had a
like
big truck too, which makes it a lot easier.
when we were younger, it was cheaper to change your own oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was cheap. Now,
Yeah.
holy shit. It's almost $100 to get your fucking oil changed. Like that's
I was
insane.
surprised the last time I got my oil changed.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. But I've always had like cars too low to the ground that like it wasn't worth it to me to even try.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would make sense. I wouldn't get under a
Yeah.
car like that either.
Yeah, you had like a decent sized truck, so it was like a lot easier. I've helped like my husband change his oil, like and change his brakes and do stuff. Like I'm sure if I watched a video or like read an instruction, like I could do it, but I just haven't really had to.
Yeah.
I have changed a tire. I have gotten flat tires and had to pull over. One time I got a flat tire. I ran over something. I pulled over and like I started to get like the stuff out of my trunk and everything. I did call my husband because like why not, you know? Some woman pulled over and I was like, I thought she was going to like pull over to help, you know, like this. She goes, "Oh, I'll call my husband." I was like, "No, I know how to do it." And like I have my husband coming anyway. And I was like, "But like I know what I'm doing." And she's like, No, honey. Like you could like bend your frame." And I was like, "I know where the jack has to go. Thank you. Like I don't need a man to do this. Like I'm perfectly capable." Like I know where the tools are. I know how to get the tire down cuz like I think I had a Jeep at the time. So like the tire was like up under. Like I got it cranked. Like I knew what I was doing. And she just would not. She's like, "I will get my husband. Like you could ruin your car." And I'm like, "I don't need your random husband to come help me. Go away. Like I have someone coming and I know how to do this." I like literally wanted to be like, "Watch me do it." Like I just wanted to do it because she was annoying me so much, telling me that I needed a man or I was going to ruin my car.
We have that, what is it called? Star or like triple A kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
like the button in your car. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I would use.
Yeah.
And
We
that would
had
also
that
cost
when my husband's truck got stolen from a convenience store. We had that and we were able to call them and they shut the truck down.
That's
So
funny.
that like, yeah, so like a voice must have went to the people who stole it and were like, "The truck is shutting down." And they like pulled over into a parking lot. And like, then they were like, "Here's
That's
where your
crazy.
truck's located." And like, so then we just went and got it.
I mean, it's
But, yeah.
convenient to have for sure because, like, if you're in an accident or anything like that, like or there's an accident that you see, like, you literally just press the button and they'll, like, send somebody to the scene. We had it before in another car, but then we've never had it offered with anything else, and I just bought a Subaru, and it was offered, and I don't even know how much it was for the first year. It was, like, super cheap, so we did it.
We've had it in previous trucks and cars, but I've had Kias and was it Hyundai? And they don't have it in those. But yeah, I know like previous trucks and like I'm pretty sure my Jeep might have had it too. But yeah, I forgot about that thing. Let's see. So yeah, Jesse is like really drunk. He is outside like near the road. Like he's gonna get hit because it looks like they're like on a decent sized pull off, but he's like hanging out like right next to the road. And I'm like,
they were like on a cliff, I felt like. And it was really tight and tiny. Cars are flying. Yeah, he's standing in the middle of the road, like kind of trying to hitchhike, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought he was going to do.
Like a dumbass.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, but no one said
car
about
safety. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse, car safety. My goodness. Let's see. Michelle is excited that everyone can see Jesse for who he is. And I'm like, yeah, but they don't see, like, they seem annoyed with him, but, like, no one's harping on it. Like, that's not their storyline, so they're not going to talk about that. Yeah. It kind of is annoying. This is the one thing about reality TV when it, like, is beyond season 1 really starts to annoy me. Like, when I can see that, like, essentially everyone decided on a storyline and they're, like, pushing it in a very unrealistic way. Hate it. That stuff drives me insane. It just pulls me right out of like the reality part of it, and like it frustrates me. And I'll talk about it later because it happens like at their final dinner a lot, and it's very annoying to me. Nia's on the phone with Danny because I didn't even realize until this moment Danny had left because he had a job, like he had a voiceover job or something. So the night before, I believe he either didn't come with them or he just left to go back to the city and do the job. And then he was coming back later. Yeah. So she wanted him to run to their house to pick something up, and we couldn't really hear him. But he was, like, saying something, I don't know, like, he didn't want to do that, or he wanted to do something else. And she's kind of like, you need to listen to your wife. And everyone gets real excited that Nia is actually, like, yelling at Danny, because I guess, like, they never see that side. Luke does whatever or figures out what's going on with like the van's overheating, and essentially they decide they're just going to go back down the mountain to the closest like gas station or whatever, and they all, like, a couple people order Ubers, and so they get new cars and they get to the winery and they're doing like a wine tasting. And Jesse is talking about, like, the proper way to do a wine tasting, and no one cares. Like, everyone's just like, I'm just going to taste the wine. Like, have you gone and have they, like, you've done, like, wine tastings, right? Like, I've never really done that. Like, it's not a thing that, like, I've been a participant in.
Yeah. We've done it a lot, but I don't feel like the places that we've gone, you just pick which wines you want, and they just give it to you, and you kind of like go to a table. It's not like a legit, like a special like person comes over and they're like, okay, now you swirl your wine. Like, it's not like that. Yeah. It's just you get to pick 4 to 7 wines or whatever. Here are your little samples, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's more almost like just getting like a flight of wines.
Yeah.
Is like, have you ever spit in a bucket or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. No. Okay. So no, we don't spit in the bucket, but there has been buckets that if you don't want to drink you pour your wine.
If you don't like that one, you'd like, okay.
Yeah. Like if you don't want to finish it or whatever.
Yeah.
You can do that. But what we do is usually pour it all into one wine glass, and we would have one of the guys drink it.
Wow.
Like, pour all the wines into one.
That
like,
sounds...
Some random idiot will drink it.
That sounds like Central Pennsylvania. Yeah, for sure. That's what we would do here. That reminds me of high school when we would like throw all kinds of stuff like on top of like food, and like someone would eat it, or for money. Mm-hmm. Someone would always do it.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, Danny arrives and he's like, I need to catch up. So then he's like is being funny and he shows them the proper way to like taste wine. He's like gargling it and like swishing it around his mouth, and he's talking about the legs of the wine, and Jesse's like, the legs have nothing to do with taste. And it's like, one, no one cares. Two, like, no shit. Like, he's just being funny and like using terms or whatever. Like, you're taking this way too seriously. So they're just showing like literal minutes and just Danny taking down like glass after glass. Like, I think they went to like 10 minutes and like he had like chugged glass after glass of wine. Then like we hear that Jasmine and Melissa have been together for 4 years, and like the story of how they met, and like Jasmine was the one who was like going after her and stuff. And then Janet says to Zach, hey, so when we weren't talking and we were fighting, anytime someone asked me if it was a wig, I said, yeah, it's a wig. He wears a toupee. And he just laughed. And he's like, maybe Janet and I can be friends again. Like, he thought that was funny. And Jesse is like looking, because like they're kind of on a pond, lake type of thing. And he's like, oh my God, it looks like a Monet. So do you know what a Monet is? Like the pond like painting with with like the lily pads on it. Like that's So and Luke's goes, well, I've never been to Monet. And Jesse's like, what? Did you just say you've never been there? And he's like, well, it sounds like a place like Milan or Monet. And he's like, wow, buddy, like you're not cultured. And Luke goes, well, you're not manly. And I was like, that was a good comeback.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
But I'm like, I think you can like be smart enough to know what a Monet is and also be manly, like at the same time. But I still thought it was funny. He's like, you're not manly. Let's see. Oh, Michelle hates Jesse. So they go off to talk. And Jesse kind of tries to like apologize and says, you know, like, sorry, like the white flag joke, like I get it didn't land, like, you know, whatever, but we need to have a serious talk. And then he asks if she's happy, and she's like I think she could help the situation a little bit. Like, I know she probably has felt like she was constantly for years like just giving in to him and like allowing him to like control everything. So like she's done with that. But I'm like, you really didn't need to start this. Like, because she goes, yeah, I'm very happy with everything except for you. And I'm like, do we have to say that right now? And then she's like, if you weren't in the picture, I would be very happy. And I'm like, sure, that's true. But like, to just like bridge the gap here and like be able to have a co-parenting relationship, do we need to say these things out loud? Or do we definitely need to say them on camera? Probably not. And he just wants to know why she can't be happy for him. And I'm like, okay, just shut up. Like, she doesn't have to be. Like, nobody but you needs to care about your new relationship. Literally, Michelle has nothing to do with that. Like, Michelle's not your friend anymore. Michelle's not your wife anymore. Michelle's not anything to you anymore. Why does it matter to you?
I know
what her thoughts are. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. And she kind of just says, I'll never be okay with someone who's threatening me. And like we see a flashback to her having lunch with some of the girls and telling them that like she got a cease and desist from Jesse's new girlfriend. And I'm like, that's not helping the situation either. Like, how would you like if your husband and you split up, his new girlfriend is spending a ton of time with your kids, and then she's sending you legal like documents?
Yeah.
Like, I would be losing my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
No.
I'd be like, no. Like, I would be taking my husband to court and being like, the kids are not allowed around your significant others, period. Like, that would just be done if that, if they're going to act like that. And I don't even understand why people, when they first get divorced, these people aren't even officially divorced yet, okay? Like, they haven't even signed papers. Hasn't been a year. It hasn't been months. Why do we need to introduce your kid to anybody new? Like, why is that necessary? I never understand that. Like, you have joint custody. You have plenty of time to hang out with this new boyfriend or girlfriend when your kid's not around. Like, I don't get it. It's just so weird to involve your kids in that stuff. Like, I don't know.
No, I agree. I don't understand that either. I mean, I feel like me personally, if I was divorced and I was hanging out with someone, I would be waiting a very long time, at least 6 months to a year.
Yes.
To know that this was something serious
100%.
before I included my kids.
Yeah. And then I feel like even then it would be like, oh, this is one of mommy's friends. You know what I mean? To like see how they even got along.
Yeah.
No. It would be like, okay, now let's hang out and see, like, are you even capable of being in a relationship with me with a kid? Does my kid even like being around you? You know what I mean? Like, it would be a hard thing, but it would be a long, drawn out thing. Like, it would not be something that happened fast. I don't know. I've had friends who've just been like, new boyfriend, here's my kid. New boyfriend, here's my kid. And I'm like, ugh. It's just, it can't be healthy for a kid to constantly have that in and out of like father figures. Because that's how they introduce them almost. It's very weird. Yeah. She says, I thought you were going to apologize. And then, this is when it just goes to hell. She calls him a disaster. He calls her a hooker. And she starts yelling and says, you're a loser. You spend all of our money. And she's just losing it. Like, she is just done. Because she's one of those people that, like, seems like she's put together most times. And, like, he did it on purpose. Like, he is a psycho. Like, he knows how to push her buttons, and he wanted her to make a scene because then, like, he doesn't fight back. So he doesn't actually have a stake in this. Like, he did all of that to push her to lose it so that she looks crazy. Because then he just sits there and he's just like, look who's crazy. So it would be one thing if it was like he started fighting back with her, because then, like, they're both just kind of like, like at their breaking point. But he is manipulative and psychotic, in my opinion. Like,
he is, for sure.
He tried to flip it back on her. He riled it up. And now he's just sitting there watching and being like, look who's crazy. Ugh. He is insane. And then she yells, he's talking to a gay guy who sends him money. And Zach's like, we don't want him. Like, the gays don't want him.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Jesse's in, like, his interview thing, and he's like, no, I don't think the rumor's true. I don't think she was sleeping with someone for money. He's just essentially like, I just put it out there, like, for funsies,
Yeah.
He's horrible.
The thing is, he doesn't realize, like, what the hell he's doing. Like, ruining her life. Like, this is on
He
national
does, though.
television.
He loves it.
Yeah, but it's like his daughter is going to see this one day. Like,
yes,
what the
that's
fuck are you
sick.
doing?
Yeah. Did you see the, like, trailer for season 3 for The Valley, where Jesse's sitting to dinner with his new girlfriend and he says, like, I love you. And she goes, thank you.
No.
And I was like, I love that. I can't wait to see that scene.
No. I have to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So they like are gathering everything, and not Jesse and Michelle, but like the rest of the group is kind of like apologizing to the winery people for like the yelling. And they go back to the house. We just see this quickly. I think we're going to cover it more in your episode, but we see that Janet's in the pantry, but like it's from like a house camera. So like we don't see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And Danny heads in behind her, and we hear her say he was chugging tequila in there and hiding it. And then that's just kind of it for that. And then we see a flashback, and Jesse texts Michelle that he wants to walk down to the ocean with her and talk. And we see them go out to the balcony, but like the cameras are inside. So like, I don't know. Jesse and Michelle don't necessarily, I think, realize they're being filmed because the cameras are like hiding. Like they didn't go out to the balcony with them.
Yes.
But they're still mic'd, so we hear everything. And Jesse is like obsessed with Michelle being happy for him, or at least her like saying, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind because like, why would he think she would be happy for him?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't know why he wants her approval. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Michelle says that Isabella has been saying, like, oh, my second mommy. Like, and kids don't just say that. Like, that's being, like, told to her. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, I have friends, or like we have people that are like in our life, and like my kids are never like, oh, that's my second mommy. Like, you know what I mean? Like that just doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She says this will be one of Michelle says this to Jesse. She's like, this will be one of many women in and out of your life. This is going to affect our daughter. Like, stop, you know? And Zach says, because all of the rest of the group, well, most of, I don't know if it's all, they're like down outside so they can hear what's happening on the balcony, and they're like sitting around like a fire pit or something on like outside furniture. And Zach's like, this is some Jax Taylor narcissist shit. Like,
yeah,
you know, he like calls Jesse out for who he is. And like, he's like, he does the, I don't want you, but I'm going to say that I do, and like apologize and then say mean shit. And I'm like, yeah, nailed it. Like he has Jesse like down, you know? Then Jesse is trying to get Michelle to admit that she was cheating on him for years. And apparently she only admitted to kissing someone. She's like, I have told you the truth. Like, I have told you everything. And like she kissed someone. That's it. And it just turns into another fight. Michelle starts screaming because she's like, what do you want from me? Like, do you want me to like scream it from the, you know, out to everybody? And I don't know if he says yes or what, but she just starts yelling, my husband refused to hug me or kiss me or tell me I'm pretty. My husband spent all of our money. Like she starts saying anything and everything. And they're all just like outside listening, and it gets really, really silent. And Zach goes, oh my God, did she kill him? And Jasmine just is like, what? And he's like, it got silent. Like, I was just be joking.
Yeah.
Nia goes over to Michelle to like see if she's okay. Nia's not very good at like consoling people because she goes, oh, you look so pretty. Do you want to take some pictures? And Michelle's like, just get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to be alone, you know, like that. She's like, I was just trying to make you feel better. And I'm like, maybe if you're like a narcissist and really like the way you look, that would make you feel better. But like, that's not really like, I don't think what an average person would want to do then and there would be take some pictures. Then it kind of cuts Danny sleeping. the boys, like the rest of the guys, are kind of like all out watching a sunset, like on a bench. And
Yes.
Nia goes in to see if he wants to go to dinner, but he's like out. Like he doesn't even answer her. She like tries to wake him up and he's done. So they all sit down to dinner in the backyard, and Nia says that, like, you know, Danny may or may not be out. Like, save a seat for him, but I don't know. Like, he is sleeping, you know?
Yeah.
And then Zach's like, should I go in and try again? And she's like, no. Like, I just tried to wake him up. He's sleeping, you know?
Yeah, like,
and everybody at the table is like, well, where is he? Why is he sleeping? What's happening? Why isn't he here? And I'm like, this isn't normal. Like, this is the produced, like, storyline shit. Because if we were out or, like, on a vacation with a group of friends and, like, my husband was sleeping, even if it was passed out drunk, one person would be like, oh, where is he? And I'd say, oh, he's sleeping. No one would say another word.
Yeah.
Never come up again. End of story.
Right.
Like, it makes no sense why they are harping on this beyond producers wanting it to be a storyline. Let's see. Janet's telling people that she saw him chugging tequila in the pantry. Again, whether he's passed out because he's drunk or because he was the only one who worked that day and drove back to LA from Santa Barbara, or he has 3 kids under 3, is tired all the time. Like, there's a million reasons. The man is tired and he slept. Why does it matter why? Then we rehash the, like, get daddy a drink incident with Jasmine and Michelle, which, sure, Jasmine, like, was upset by that. I guess Jasmine can say it as many times as she wants. But we also, like, Danny did apologize to her. And, like, from what we can tell from flashbacks, like, she accepted the apology. So, like,
yes.
I don't know what else to do.
It out. They said how they felt. He, like, extremely, I'm so sorry. I should have never done that. End of story.
Yeah.
So why are we bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up?
Right. So Brittany's getting a text, and Zach kind of, like, either gives her a look or says something, and she's like, oh, no, it's nice things. And she says that when he does this, he pulls her back in. I'm like, so you recognize it? So, like, why are you falling for it? Like, and then Jason says, should we get Danny? Fucking let it go. Like, no. Kristen says she wants to do a game. So, like, she tries, because Kristen is literally the only person at this table that is like, let Danny alone. Like, what are we doing? So she's like, who's your hall pass? So they go around, and Jason says it's Lady Gaga for him, and Zach says Channing Tatum. I don't think Lady Gaga.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think Lady Gaga's ugly by any means, but I guess I'm surprised that would be his hall pass.
From Jason. Yeah. I don't know. Luke must be drunk too, because he says The Little Mermaid, which I thought was so funny.
Oh my gosh. He might not be a bright, like, light bulb.
Kristen. He might not be. I don't know. And then Jason goes, so pre or post legs?
God.
Do you have a hall pass?
David Beckham.
Yeah, we talked about that. I would definitely do David Beckham too. Which is so weird. We do not have the same taste whatsoever. So I don't know how we both ended up on David Beckham.
Yeah.
But I would also do
Jamie
Enrique
Fraser.
Iglesias. Yeah, Enrique Iglesias post mole removal. I love it. He's my favorite. I think he's so hot.
No, Jamie Fraser from Outlander for sure.
Oh yeah, that Nia eventually said that after she says,
yeah, like they
live in LA. and hang out with celebrities, so I can't have a hall pass.
Right? They're all
I was like, girlfriend, you do not hang out with A-list celebrities. No. Don't worry about it.
She could have said fucking Aladdin. Like, she could have been Aladdin.
Why? Who would be your, like, Disney cartoon character prince? Because I don't think a lot of them are very hot, honestly.
No. I do like Aladdin.
I'm trying to think.
A lot of
the guy from
like,
Tiana is pretty hot.
From what?
Tiana.
Oh,
the prince that turns into a frog.
Yeah.
He's pretty good looking.
What he looks like.
He's not bad.
I think I'm going to say
Aladdin is like probably has the most. Yeah, he has the most swagger, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the Disney print. Most of them are not cute. I would do the Beast before he turned back into the prince. I don't like him when he's a person.
No. I agree with that. Yeah.
He was pretty gross when he was a person.
Sorry.
Let's see. Nia gets up then. And she says she's going to go into the sauna because she's like really cold. And Zach says, I swear if I come in and you're like in bed, I'm going to be mad or whatever. So then they all just they pile on after Nia walks away. They're annoyed with Danny. He drove there and now he's just sleeping. How's that affect you? Why is that a problem? Like, why do you care that he drove all that way and is now sleeping? There are like 10 of you or whatever. Like, who cares that Danny's sleeping? They want Nia to admit he's drunk for some reason. And I'm like, I don't think she said he wasn't drunk. She just said he was sleeping. And they think that, I think Jasmine's still annoyed with Danny. And like, so she's definitely like egging on the making it more than it might be. And then it's like, okay. And then now Brittney, out of nowhere, is making it about her. She's like, I have to share my entire life and no one else has to. I'm like, what? What does this have to do with you? Like, huh? Right. And then she like storms off from the table. And Michelle, Jasmine's girlfriend, she was not sitting at the table with everyone. So when Brittney storms off to go in the back door, Jasmine's like in an all black sweatsuit, like standing off to the side from the door. So I don't know if like she didn't want to be a part of the shooting scene or like they only wanted like main cast. I don't know, but she wasn't at the table, but she's just standing off to the side in an all black sweatsuit, which I thought was really weird. Let's see. And then Kristen, like after everyone's gone, it's like Kristen and Luke, and then Jesse is still sitting there with like a blanket around him. She's like, why are people getting their tits in such a twist about the smallest things? She's like, everyone at this table has been drinking. And Zach goes in to talk to Nia, and he's like, oh, and Jesse's like, you know, you're just talking to yourself because like no one is around anymore. Yeah. She's like, I haven't said anything in like 2 hours. Like, just shut up, Jesse. Zach goes in the house to talk to Nia, and he says, you know, when he tells her, he's like, when you walked away, like, why can't you just say he passed out drunk? And she's like, yeah, obviously he's passed out drunk. Like, she's admitting it. And he's like, name names. He's like, Janet, Brittney. And I'm like, oh, he's trying to get Brittney back because Brittney went behind his back and told Janet what he was saying.
Yep.
So then they can like hear Brittney talking shit like in a bedroom. So Nia starts to approach the door and she's like listening. Well, then Janet comes out of nowhere, walks past her, opens the door, walks into the room. So like Nia and Zach kind of have to walk in now. They can't just like listen. Brittany screaming about herself. And I'm like, yep, this is actually Brittany. Like, this is the true Brittany. And like what she's going through, how horrible her life is. And she's like, Danny's drunk. And he is like, yeah, he is. And like, they're like literally just making shit up. You know what I mean? Because like, Nia's never been like, Danny's not drunk. He's only asleep. Like, she's never said that. So like, why are they just making this up? And then we're just supposed to accept it as like fact? Like, I wanted to scream at the TV. I was getting so annoyed. But that's the end. That is like it. Yeah. I was just like, ugh. Nope. And then it just goes more and more into your episode, right?
Yep. Yeah. It like literally starts off like right there when they're in the bedroom.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Follow us on everything. If you are on a specific podcast app, please hit subscribe so you get notified every time we have a new episode. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday. Download us, listen to us. All of those things help us. Hit the like button. We are also on YouTube. If you want to see our faces, Spotify, you can also see us. I upload there. It's just not on the Tuesday and Thursday. Like, I get it as soon as I can. But those aren't as consistent for like the actual video. But audio, always available every Tuesday, every Thursday. Follow us on social media if you want, clips kind of ahead of time, or you want to interact with us. I always answer comments. I'll always write back to you. We're at Shaded Reality Pod on everything. If you want to send us an email, if you have something you want us to recap, something you want us to talk about, something we didn't say or messed up, shadedrealitypod@gmail.com. And like I said, we're going to do a collab here this weekend. So please follow Bestie Approved. And you can hear our bonus episode when that drops in like, I don't know. I'm assuming it'll be like maybe a week or two, something like that. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I don't think so.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.